Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the DFS Shark. We are back with another day of some MLB, and we also got a couple of games in the NBA. We got the play-in games going on today. We got the Sixers and the Heat, and we got the Bulls and the Hawks. So some more NBA today. I'm probably going to throw a two-man slip into the Discord later on, but not going to go too heavy on NBA. I'm going to stick to MLB mainly. But as always, guys, if y'all watch these videos, y'all like these breakdowns, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted as soon as these breakdown videos drop. I'm dropping prize picks videos like this every single morning. But if you want my free plays even sooner before I even drop these videos, join the Discord. It's going to be free to join. The link is going to be in the description. I'll also throw it in the comments as well. So I want to go over yesterday's play that we gave away in the video. We had a split here, man. Michael Taylor just couldn't get anything going at the plate. Get it going. Ozuna came through for us. He got like a single, and then he got driven in by somebody else, knocked him in. But we lost there, and then on the five-man slip, our total baseline just couldn't come through, right? Taylor, Cruz, we had that Pittsburgh stat, but they just couldn't come through. Siri couldn't come through. Henry, we ended up hitting there. So unfortunately, the free play yesterday ended up not cashing, but we cashed on multiple lines inside the Discord, and I'll go over that here in a bit. But if y'all want to get started, if you're not on Prizepicks at the moment, drop in this promo code. They're going to match you up to 100% match deposit bonus. Or go to CHALKBOARD. If you want to sign up here and get another site, if you want alternate lines, you want to be the ability to adjust lines, drop in that code SHARK. They're another great site to get started on. They are now on Droid, also for y'all Droid users. But let me just slide over here to the Discord. So if you go to the Discord, go to free plays. This is where the play I'm about to go over, I've already posted it, right? This is the one I posted yesterday in there. The Anthony Davis, man, hooked us on the taco here. Kaminga ended up hitting. Anthony Davis just couldn't hit for us. But in the premium yesterday, we had a huge day. We ended up hitting a 10x on underdog. So if we go here, let me just pull that up for you. You can see here we cashed this 10x in the MLB yesterday. All unders, a lot of pitchers. We went pitcher heavy on this lineup with two batters, but we ended up cashing there on that 10x. We paired up the top two plays together there. And then we ended up 3 out of 4 here. Bobby Witt didn't end up playing. And for Prizepicks, we cashed out as well. We hit 2 out of our 3 tacos. We would have hit the Davis one if we wouldn't have lost by the hook there. But we hit this play. We hit this other taco. Kyle Tucker came through with a bomb in the 9th inning to win us that line. And then we just missed a 10x here on Prizepicks. We hit 4 out of 5 on this lineup here. And then we paired those up, those top 2 plays together, and hit a double there as well. So huge days in Prizepicks and underdog for us in the premium. If you're looking to join the premium, go to join premium here, and you can learn more about it, or just go to the dfsshark.com. This is my site where you can learn more about the plays, more about what you're going to get, and some of the reviews and testimonials from everyone in the community. But let's dive into these plays for the day, and let's get into it, right? Let's hit that refresh. Let's see what the optimizers got cooking up for us. So starting off, they got Jalen Duran here on the fantasy score, over 8. You can see DraftKings has this all the way at a 9.8 here. We got a Rosarena fantasy score over 6.5. Jordan Wicks under 5.5. If you're looking for some NBA action, all you need to do is slide over here and go to NBA. All right, and it will show you all the NBA plays as well. Top play they got if you're looking for some action. These are some of the weekend games here. Miles Turner under 1.5 turnovers. Evan Mobley under 1.5 blocks. But I always like showing y'all the optimizer if y'all want to add some extra plays to your slip. Drop in that code SHARK. They'll hook you up for 25% off your first month. Let's dive into these plays for today. So my first play, we're going to slide over here to MLB. We're going to have 2 pitching lines as our top 2 plays today. We're going to go at Bailey Falter here. So the line I'm liking is less than 3.5 strikeouts. Now it seems a little low. It is pretty low, but if we dive into the numbers here, it will make sense on why I'm on this. So Bailey Falter here, let's slide in to these stats and trends. If we look over his last 5, he's gone under this line 100% of the time, only averaging 1.6. So he's not a big strikeout pitcher, right? And if we go to his games here, this one's kind of irrelevant. He only threw 24 pitches. He might have ended up getting it looks like he probably got rocked there. They let up 14 runs, so that's most likely what happened. Could have been an injury, could have been anything. But you see here, his line is set low. One reason is because he isn't throwing a lot of pitches. I don't know if they're limiting him or what, but for the year, let's go to his games for the season. He's thrown 67, 78, and 71 pitches. So you can see he's not throwing the most pitches. If we go to his actual strikeouts here, his strikeout rate is really low in all of these games so far. These are all the batters he's faced: 20, 21, and 18, right? He's only been at 10%, 5%, and then 17%. And for strikeout rate for a pitcher, when a pitcher's kind of in that elite level for strikeouts, he's usually above like 22%. If you can get above like that 21 to 22%, you're striking a good number of hitters out. And you can see he's well below that line. Another solid thing about this play is they're playing the Mets. So if you slide over here, right, and you go to this filter here on MLB.com, we're going to sort by teams who have the most strikeouts. And so if you filter here, this has got the Dodgers and the Mariners at the top of the most strikeouts in the league. Right, if you slide all the way down, the Mets are the second to last. So they have the second least strikeouts in the league at the moment. So they're a team that puts the ball in play. They're going to hit the ball. They're going to make things happen, which is why I'm liking this play. So Falter's line has shown, he's shown that he's going to stay under this line. They've shown that they're going to limit into him around probably no more than 80 pitches in this one. So if the Mets can get some action going, they can put some balls in play early on and be driving some runs. I won't be surprised if they pull Falter, you know, in the 4th, 5th inning, hopefully before that. To the bottom, you can see this was last year. Their K rate was about 22%. So a little bit high, a little bit more higher than I would like to see. But if you go over the last 30 days, right, it's only been at about 16.5, which is pretty solid. You can see their top 4 over the last 30 days. This is kind of going back into last season as well. So the data will start making a lot more sense once we get about another couple of more weeks into the season. But you can see their average at 289 over their last 30, 348 OBP. They're pretty much top 10 in every category here. So the Mets are a solid hitting team. They're going to put the ball in play. They're going to make things happen. So I'm liking this play against Falter. So let's go to RotoWire, see what they have on him. For strikeouts, they have him at 4, right? They have him at 4 strikeouts. Going about 5 innings here. So RotoWire is against us on this one, but that's going to be my first play of the day. We're going to be going Falter on the under strikeouts. And then for my next play, we're going to be going Bryce Miller. The line I'm liking here is another strikeout line. We're going under 6.0 strikeouts. I would have liked to have got this line at 6.5, but I still think we're getting solid value at this 6th line here. So let's slide on over here to Bryce Miller. Let's look at his trends here. Over his last 5, 60% of the time, you can see he got a push here as well. Last 10, 60%. Last 20, 55. Head-to-head in their matchup last season, he went for 2 strikeouts against the Reds here. 2024, you can see he's kind of been all over the place. He had a game of 6 strikeouts, 7, and then he dropped down to 4 here against the Cubs. And so Miller's a pitcher who he will get some strikeouts, right? If you go and look at his stats, his strikeouts per 9 is about 8.15, which is pretty solid. Usually if you're above, like, I would say like 7.50s, and probably above 7, you're a pretty solid strikeout pitcher. And he's at about 8.15, right? So he can get some strikeouts, right? And the Reds, they're around like top 10 to top 15 in strikeouts. So they do kind of strike out a bit, but they can also score some runs. So that's a big part of why I'm liking this play here. So Bryce Miller under. I'm going to slide down here to some of his games. So I just want to see for the season, right? In his 3 appearances so far, he's pitched 5, 7, and 6 innings. He's thrown about 89 pitches a game. And as far as his strikeout rates on these, he's at about 27, 28, and then he dropped down to 16 here against the Cubs. They were putting some balls in play and making them work. But you can see this interesting stat here, right? He's failed to hit this line in 15 straight games at home. So for whatever reason, maybe just the opposing teams are just seeing the ball better in Seattle, but he has not been hitting this line at home, right? So if you go to his stats here, for all of last year, he was at about a 22% K rate, which is pretty solid. Honestly, that is pretty solid. But I still feel like with this number, he's going to get his strikeouts. But with this number here, I feel like the Reds can do enough damage on him and pull him out the game by maybe only him getting that 4 to 5 strikeout range. Because if we go to the stats here again, if we go to run score, right, the Reds are a top 10 team in run score. So they're at 94 for the year. So they're able to drive in runs. They're able to get some big hits. And then if we go to home runs here, The Reds are basically top 10 again. They're right at 11 here with 19 home runs on the year. And then in RBIs, they are top 10 as well at 90 here. So they're off to a strong start for the year. The Reds driving in runs. Like I said, Bryce Miller is a solid pitcher. He can get some strikeouts. I'm not going to say he's not going to get strikeouts, but I think the Reds are going to get on him early. Maybe make him throw a lot of pitches, right? That's what we want. If we can get him to by the 3rd or 4th inning where he has 60 to 70 pitches, then we're doing good there. But Bryce Miller, that's going to be my line. Under 6 strikeouts. Let's roll over here and see what they have him at. So they got him at about 5.9. So they got him coming under this line as well, which is solid for us. Those are going to be my top 2 plays, Falter and Miller. My next play, I'm going on a under here as well. We're going to be going Paul Blackburn. We're going under 17.5 pitching outs here. Now, he has been hitting this line pretty consistently for the season. All right, but now he's going up against a Cardinals team who has been hitting the ball pretty well this year. They have some guys who can put the ball in play. They can make him throw some pitches. They're going to be patient with them. And that's what all it comes down to. A lot of times he can be pitching a really good game with these pitching outlines. They could have, be in the 5th, 6th inning pitching a solid game, no runs allowed, but their pitch count could be up to 90 plus already, right? So that's something to account for. So you always have an advantage taking the under on these pitching outs just because of pitch count. So we're going to be rolling with Paul Blackburn here, under 17.5 pitching outs. Another line I'm liking is Dan Dunning, under 5.5 hits allowed here. So going up against a Detroit team who is not the best offensive team, and he's been pitching well. His last 2 starts have been against Houston, one of the better hitting teams in the league, and he went under that line twice there, so that's a good sign. That means he's pitching well. And this is also an early game here, so keep this in mind if you're seeing this later in the day. But we're going Dan Dunning. We're going to be going under 5.5 hits allowed. I think he's really going to have his way against Detroit and kind of dominate that game there. And for our last play, it's going to be our one hitting line. We're going to be going Taylor here, under 1.5 HRR, right? So he's not been hitting this line consistently. He's been struggling a little bit. There you have it, guys. Those are going to be our top plays for the day, right? We got Falter, 3.5 pitching strikeouts under. We got Miller, less than 6 strikeouts. Blackburn, less than 17.5 pitching outs. We got Dan Dunning, less than 5.5 hits allowed. And then we got Tyrone Taylor, under 1.5 HRR. So we're going all unders for the day. Most of them pitchers. We got 1 hitter in the lineup. That's what we're going to be rolling with. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, join the Discord. Also, link is going to be in the description and in the comments. I'll throw it in there. It's free to join. I'm going to be adding a NBA 2-man slip in there for the games tonight. Probably going to put half a unit on that since there's not a lot of value on the board with just 2 games. But definitely still want to get in on the action. So I'm going to find where the best value lies in those 2 games. But I appreciate everyone who's been rocking with me, everyone who's in the Discord, who's in the premium. Let's just keep getting these dubs, man. Make sure you drop in any of these codes, and I'm going to set you up for 30 days in the premium as well. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Take care.